So, hello everyone. We are Group 2 and welcome to our presentation on number system. Today we'll covering the fundamentals, basics, operation, and conversions that make up these systems. So, yan. So, introduction to number systems. So, let's start with the basic definition. Number system is a method of representing numbers using a specific set of symbol and rules. It defines how numbers are written, counted, and calculated. These systems are incredibly important because computers and digital devices rely on the entirely to store, process, and communicate data. So history net is early human use simple counting methods such as tally marks. A decimal system developed from humans use of 10 fingers. The binary system was introduced for computing because electronic circuits are operating using two states on and off. So let's start with the basic definition. A number system is a method of representing using a specific set of symbols, rules. So looking briefly at the history, early humans used a simple counting methods, tally marks, and decimal system, which is used every day. Actually, developed from humans of 10 fingers and in contrast. Next is yung importance naman nito is first is used in computer systems, second used in digital electronics, used in data processing and programming, and essential for understanding how computers work internally. Thus, the binary system was introduced for computing because electronic circuits operates using just two physical states, the on and off. Understanding number system is essential because they are foundational to computer systems, digital electronics, and data processing and programming. They help us understand exactly how computers work internally. Slide number 6. Types of number systems. First is decimal number system. So, yung base 10 uses digits 0 to 9. Each digit's values depends on its position. So, base 10 siya. So, ito yung example. Next naman natin is yung binary system. So, yung base 2, yung uses only 0 and 1. Yung base niya is 2, used by computers. Ito yung example niya. Next is yung place value, position, and notation. In position notation, the value of a digit depends on the digit itself. Number 2 is its position in the number. So example, yung 3, 4, 5. Yung first digit is 3. So yun yung hundreds, yung 4 naman yung 10. Then yung 5 naman yung ones. Next. Operation and comparison conversions. First is yung decimal to binary conversion. So yung steps niya is divide the decimal number by 2. Next is record the remainder. Number 3, continue until the quotient is 0. Number 4, read remainders from bottom to top. Example. Number 2 is yung binary to decimal conversion. Yung steps niya is multiply each bit by powers of 2, add all the values, and example. Ito yung example.
Ay, kako ako na pala. Wait lang, pre. Pa-pause. Sa, what is the number system? So, yun nga, kanina, we have 4 number systems nga na i-discuss, which are decimal, binary, octal, and hexadecimal. So, sa decimal, we have base 10, and we have 9 digits used, 0 to 9. Then, sa binary, you have 2, 0 and 1, Sa octal, we have 8, which are 0 to 7. And sa hexadecimal, we have 16, which are 0 to 9 and A to F. So, yan. Next. Next. So, sa octal number system nga, we have 8 digits used, which are 0 to 7, and each digit represents a power of 8. So, it is a shorter representation of binary numbers, and it is used in older computer systems. Yan. Next. So, next we have hexadecimal number system. It is usually the 0 to 9 and A to F. So, basically, yung A to F is yung nag-act as A acts as 10, B as 11, hanggang sa F maging 15. So, yan. Next. So, sa conversions naman, we have decimal to binary. So, pag decimal to binary naman, ang mangyayari lang dito is yung decimal is di-divide mo by 2. So, dito, meron tayong tawag doon. Dito, yung basically maka-convert ka sa decimal. We have, unahin natin yung sa utmost left. So, yung unang 1 doon is magiging 8. Then yung pangalawa doon is 4. Yung pangatlo is 2 and magiging 1. So, ang mangyayari lang dyan is, since 10 nga tayo is 1, 0, 1, 0. Yan. Ganun lang din sa ibang example. So, yun nga, sa 15, magiging 1, 1, 1, 1 lang. Since dun sa apat na yun is makakonvert siya sa apat na 1 na yun, makakonvert siya sa 15. So, yan, next. So, yung sa binary to octal naman, ang mangyayari lang, i-group natin yung binary digits natin into 3. So, dito sa groupings na to, ang pinaka-unahin natin mabilang is yung 4, 2, and 1. So, dito is 1, 1, 0, makakonvert siya sa 6. While yung 1, 0, 1, makakonvert siya sa 5. So, yung magiging octal digit natin dito is 6 and 5. So, yun. Next. So, sa hexadecimal naman, binary to hexadecimal, i-group lang natin siya by 4s. So, dito sa 1, 1, 1, 0, ang mangyayari lang dyan is i-convert siya sa 14. So, anong conversion ng 14? Is E. So, yun. Sa 1, 0, 1, 0 naman, ang conversion niya is 10. So, magiging A siya. So, ang final answer natin sa binary to hexadecimal na to is E and A. So, yun. Ganun lang din sa sumunod ng mga examples. So, next. So, sa conversion between binary to hexadecimal naman, basically counting numbers lang to. Ang mangyayari is, pag sa binary to hexadecimal, yung 0 magiging 0, yung 1 magiging 1, yung 1, 0 magiging 2, yung 1, 1 magiging 3, hanggang sa magiging yung 1, 1, 1, 1 magiging F. Tapos sa octal, binary to octal naman is 0 to 0 lang. So, basically, hanggang mapuno lang yung 8 na conversion. So, sa 7 pala. Ma-fill mo lang yung 7 sa binary. So, pag na-fill na siya, ayan. Yung 111 magiging 7. Since ayun yung maximum ng octal. So, next. So, arithmetic, addition, subtraction lang to. So, sa binary, 0 plus 1, magiging 1. Kapag 1 plus 1 naman, magkikerry ka lang. So, magiging 1, 0. So, yun. Sa subtraction, ganun lang din. 1 minus 1, 0. 1 minus 0 is 1 pa rin since wala na bawas. Pag 0 minus 1 naman, doon ka na magbabago. So, yan. Next.
So yung next one naman natin is all about sign number representation. So what is sign number representation? So sign number representation allows computers to represent both positive and negative numbers. So here, you have the 0 as positive number and 1 as negative number. So dito, titingnan natin sa mga binary numbers is yung leftmost. Doon natin ma-identify whether they are positive or negative. Next. So here we have the sign magnitude. Sign magnitude is the simplest method of representing signed numbers. So how it works dito is titingnan lang natin yung most significant bit, which is from the leftmost, and that is called the sign bit. And yung the remaining bits represents magnitude, absolute value. So yung first leftmost dito is 0, then after that lahat yan is called the magnitude. So sa sign bit, isa lang yung sign bit natin, which is yung nasa leftmost. So if 0 yung leftmost, that is negative. That is positive. And kapag 1 yung leftmost, that is negative. Next. So here we have the ones complement. So it represents negative numbers by inverting all bits of positive numbers. So how it works, first we need to write the binary form of the number, then flip all bits from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. Vice versa lang yan. Kapag negative, pag negative which is 1, pag gagawin positive, gagawin natin 0. Then kapag positive to negative, from 0 to 1. So dito makikita natin is yung positive, which is yung nag-start from 0, makikita natin dito 101 dulo, then ginawa lang nating 1 yung mga 0 para maging negative. Then simple as that, ganun lang yung ones complement. Yung next naman natin is sa ones complement, first the advantage easier subtraction than sign magnitudes. Since dito is titingnan lang natin is isa, which is yung sign bit. Sa limitations naman, two representations of zeros. Since dito is kapag for example meron tayong dalawang 0, and kapag gagawin natin for example we have dalawang 1, kapag gagawin natin siyang positive, magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang 0, which is magkakaroon to ng problem when it comes to addition and subtraction, since magkakaroon ng stopping at some point since mafi-fill up yung 0. Yon. And third, mostly obsolete today since we have the latest, which is the 2's complements. Next. So here is the 2's complement. It is the most widely used sign numbers representation in computers. So how it works, first take the 1's complement. Yon, then kapag meron ka ng 1's complement, mag-add lang tayo ng 1 to the result. So for example, we have 0000010, then mag-add lang tayo ng 1 doon sa pinaka rightmost. So yon, dito sa 1's complement, yon 110 yung dulo, then kapag lilipat natin siya into 2's complements, basically plus 1 lang sa pinaka doon sa rightmost, then 2's complement na yan. Next. So yung advantage naman nito is it only has 1 0. Since magkakaroon tayo ng additional doon sa doon ng 1 sa pinaka rightmost. For example, meron tayong 0 sa pinakadulo. Kapag nag-plus 1, then the rest is kapag mag-addition ulit, yon mafe-fill na yung ibang 0 is maging 1. Yon, kapag may kapag basically mas maiiwasan na natin dito yung magkakaroon ng multiple zeros. So it guarantees correct addition and subtraction, simplifies hardware design, and of course use in modern CPUs. Next. So sa floating point numbers naman, it represents real numbers or numbers with decimals. So here we have the sign bit, the positive or negative, exponent determines the scale, and third one is the mantissa or significand. It is a precision of the number. So here Yung yung negative 1.1, yan, itong kabuuan na to is called the mantissa or the significand. Yung floating na 3, that is the exponent, and itong may negative 12.75 is this is the decimals. Tama, decimals, or can also be called the sign bit or something like that. Next. So the advantage of floating point numbers, first, can represent very large and very small numbers. Since dito is, yun nga, gumagamit tayo ng mantissa, which is much accurate form siya kapag bigger number na yung ginagamit. And we are also using decimals kapag smaller unit of number. So second naman, used for scientific and engineering calculations, since mas okay yung tawag dito, yung displays of numbers, since mas tawag dito, for example sa decimals, meron tayong yun nga, i-include niya yung mga lahat ng decimals para magkaroon ng accurate na calculation. Limitations na ito is rounding errors. For example, kung saan ka mag-start ng rounding doon sa decimals, yun, magkakaroon ng problem doon. And precision loss. And third is lower than integer operations, since pagkakaiba ng integer sa decimals is yung decimals nga, meron siyang floating point numbers. And ini-include niya every possible points doon sa number. And that leads to longer set of numbers compared to integer na single lang or double, something like that. Wala siyang another na decimals. Next. So, yung applications of number systems, first, binary, of course, for internal computer operations. Second, decimals, which is used for our everyday lives. And third, octal and hexadecimals for memory addressing and debugging. Yun yung ginamit kanina for solving, yung mga ganun. And four, signed numbers for financial calculations, counters. Fifth, floating point numbers for scientific computing, graphics, AI. And six, or the last one, networking for IP addressing and data encoding. Next. So for the conclusion naman, number systems are the foundation of all computers operations. Understanding signed number representations and floating point numbers is essential for programming, system design, and data processing. Among signed representations, whose complement is the most efficient and widely used. Floating point numbers enable the representation of real-world values, making modern computing possible despite their precision limitations. So, basically, number systems is used for everyday lives. That's why it's used for our daily lives. That's why number systems is plays a crucial role sa pang araw-araw natin, since lagi natin siyang ginagamit. And that's it. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you.